Okay, all right. So, quick jump in. Back on the stream here. Still watching LCA and Workhorse. Workhorse is now back in the green at 1829, dancing around. LCA just hit 1552 just minutes before they're dropping the news. Let's see if there's anything going on yet with CNBC. Okay, so they're not saying anything yet, but they should be going live any minute now. So this is set to go live. The news with Tilman is set to go live at 2:30 today. No one's confirmed whether or not he's even going to talk about this shit. And the fact that this thing is down 6%, I don't know if he wants to talk about an acquisition when the current stock trading price is in the red. They could probably do it, like, spread it out over the week. And, that would show positive movement. Like, say, over the past week, the stock's up X amount of dollars. That would make a lot more sense. Yeah. So, anyway. What else is going on? Yeah, Workhorse at 1832. I was thinking about getting out of this thing today, but I might just hold it. It looks strong. That momentum's looks like it's moving up to me. I don't know about you, but anyway, so LCA, a couple minutes before this thing's going live on CNBC, and they really want to get this thing in the green before this news drops. I would think. I don't know. There's so many fucking stock twits, nitwits watching this thing right now, and in hopes that whatever news they drop is going to be is going to help this stock out, because there's a lot of bag holders right now. A lot of people that got in at the top and are now just sitting and waiting for this thing to go positive. Who knows? We'll see. It was in the 17s. Oh, here we go. Hold on. We got some movement.
And welcome back, everybody. Pfizer jumping today as it releases positive data from its latest vaccine trials. And that good news has given the entire market a boost. Well, let's get to Meg Terrell for the details on these developments. Hi, Meg.
Okay, so they're talking about Pfizer and BioNTech, which is this German biotech company, have had some clinical trials on the COVID vaccine, and they've gotten some positive results. So I'll just play their news now.
Generated neutralizing antibodies. Those are the ones thought to be most important because they block the virus's ability to infect cells. They saw levels of those at 2 to 3 times higher what they see in patients who've recovered from COVID-19. Time will tell if that's high enough to protect people from the disease with this vaccine. Now, fever was observed at some of the higher doses, although they said it was generally observed to be safe, no severe side effects. And this is just the first of 4 vaccine candidates that Pfizer and BioNTech are testing. They do plan to start phase 3 trials with the best one of those 4 in late July, and that puts them really neck and neck with the leaders of the pack in the vaccine race. Moderna also saying it plans to start at phase 3 this month. AstraZeneca close on their heels, and Johnson & Johnson following by September, starting their phase 3. Now, at the same time, they are ramping up manufacturing, and Pfizer says it expects to have 100 million doses available by the end of 2020, 1.2 billion doses by the end of 2021, if all goes well. We talked with Dr. Michael Dolston from Pfizer about that scaling up process. Here's what he said.
When you move with a technology and encouraging data, you want to make sure that
I'm at 1583.
Shortly after.
So real quick, I was just checking out my position. I'm at 1583 on LCA. I thought I was better than that. I don't know why I thought. Wait. Mark's 1533. Yeah, I thought I was better than that. But that's okay. So I'm down. I'm down right now on this thing. $20. Let's see what's going to happen.
Hopkins, Texas has seen a surge of more than 400% since it began reopening in May. And that includes a 30% spike in new cases over the past 7 days, a 36% spike. For more on what's behind the surge and how bad it could get, let's bring in Dr. Peter Hotez. He's Dean of the National School of Tropical Medicine at Baylor College of Medicine and Director.
They're just, CNBC is just talking about COVID stuff right now. Got some goofy doctor with a bow tie. And look at this pullback on LCA. Where was I buying it at this morning? Jeez, I thought I did better than that. I must have made those positions yesterday. I honestly don't even remember. All right, so what else is going on in my portfolio? I'm currently in United, which United bumped up, and then today decided to take a dive, like waterfall dive, back down to $34 range. It's like mid 34s right now. Sprout, I'm also in Sprout. Anyone that wants to check out SPT, Sprout Social, they were a company that I genuinely believed in, still believe in. I think they have great tech. They got a really good platform. You can go to sproutsocial.com and check out their product. And I think there's still a lot of potential for them. The problem is they just don't have the volume right now, and there's just not a whole lot of interest in them. They're not dropping any PR. So when that happens, I think Sprout will do some really great things. Aurora Cannabis, or ACB, currently down about 2% right now. A cannabis stock, I think they're doing some stuff in Canada. I don't know a whole lot about them. I just know that they're a weed stock, and I wanted to get into some weed stocks. So Aurora Cannabis, First Horizon National, I believe that's a REIT. They're a financial holdings company. They do checking accounts, savings accounts, mortgages, lending, financial individuals to business. I'm literally reading about them on Robinhood right now. Founded in 1864, average volume 7.1 million. Let's see. Prior to COVID, they were trading at 16. They're now trading at 10. I'm in at 11.64. It is what it is. Canopy Growth Company, that is another weed stock that is a combination of Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart joining forces to create the next great weed company. I'm down with that because I feel like the people backing the company know about weed. We know Snoop does, but I'm sure Martha Stewart is a stoner as well. GPS, Gap. So Gap recently signed a deal with Kanye West to bring Yeezy to the Gap brand. Oh, real quick, LCA is dipping. A little bit of a pullback here. Zoom in a little bit. Look at that. Rode up that. Now it's just kind of... This is all sideways to me. This is just very static. Getting a message. All right, so anyway, Gap 1262 currently. I'm in at 14. Yeah, I got in way too high on that. I'm getting messages about Workhorse. 1856. All right, I think I might be green on that. Hold on, guys. Give me a second here. I'm $1.16 shy of being green on Workhorse. We'll come back to that one. Cody signed a deal with Kim Kardashian. So it's interesting. Gap signed a deal with Kanye for the Yeezy brand, to bring the Yeezy brand to Gap. And Kim Kardashian signed a deal with Cody to bring her makeup line to the company. A billionaire family. Kylie, Kim, Kanye, they're all billionaires. These people have the power to move mountains financially. So Cody's definitely something to watch. And Workhorse, which right now, if you guys are paying attention to these charts, is now picking up quite a bit. Here, let's try and spread things out a little bit, see if we can get a better handle on things. I'm looking at the 1 minute. This is the 1 day, 1 minute on Thinkorswim, and you can see Texas virus surge. Hold on, they're talking about Texas right now in the news, so they may jump to Tilman after this. Right now it's Dr. Peter Holtz, who looks like a really just a strange guy with a bow tie. Anyway, so yeah, let's look at this. They've set the new, the VWAP point has been adjusted to 1898 on the high. Currently trading at 1840-ish. I think we're good there. And it's just a few minutes shy of LCA's scheduled time for this Tilman talk. The billionaire and owner of the Houston Rockets. Can you tell I'm pumping this stock up? Oh my God. Yeah, anyway. Workhorse pulling back a little bit. It's all good. Here, let's cut back to the news for a second, see what they're saying. Sorry.
Severe. So we are doing better at ICU care, and we're learning how to take care of these patients. One of the things, though, I am worried about, even if the mortality rate goes down because of those, we're starting now to hear about permanent injury to the lungs, to the cardiovascular system, the heart, the vascular system, permanent neurologic injury because of this.
I feel like these doctors are so unbelievably boring. Hold on here. Let's see, they might be cutting to it now. 225.
Josh Lipton for the details on this, Josh.
Yeah, that's right, Tyler. So this news just coming from Apple. Apple will be reclosing more stores. 30 more stores closing tomorrow. That will include 15 in Southern California. All the stores in Las Vegas and Georgia. Remember, earlier this week, Apple closed stores in Texas, in Florida, and Utah. So Apple has now reclosed 77 stores in total in the U.S. That means the majority of its 271 stores here do remain open to some degree, though that could mean for many, obviously, just curbside pickup at this point. Remember, Apple always has said they're going to follow the data, and if the company felt like it needed to safeguard the health and security of its employees and customers, then it would reclose these stores, which it's doing. So the headline here, Apple's now reclosing more stores, 30 more closing tomorrow. Guys, back to you.
Josh, thank you. Apple shares still up about 1/3%. S&P.
Interesting. I'm just looking at the put options on Apple right now, being that they're closing 30 stores throughout the United States. You can currently get, that's July 2nd. Let's move it out a little bit. Let's do July 10. Although July 2nd's tomorrow, so if this news hits, the thing only needs to dip, a little more than 0.5% to be profitable. At $202 per contract right now. So we'll see what happens over the next couple minutes with that. We'll keep an eye on it. 202. 3 minutes. CNBC 3 minutes. Should be seeing this news drop. Look at this. California Governor Newsom orders LA County restaurants to close for additional 3 weeks. Yeah. Orange County, California orders all bars, pubs, and breweries to remain closed until future notice. I'm just trying to read some live news updates here. Gold futures are down. Yeah. All right, we can see Workhorse pulled back. It got really close to the top of that VWAP line, and then it pulled back. So this next run, let's see if this thing can punch through the VWAP line. If it does, it has no resistance to just keep on going, and that's what workhorses do. They just go. Right, Dave Portnoy? They just go up. And it is. It's punching through. I'm channeling the vibes of fearless traders right now. Very cool. All right, couple minutes shy, 2 minutes shy of 2:30. LCA trading at 15.19, right around that mid VWAP line, but it's definitely lifting up. You can see it's lifted off of that yellow marker or that gold marker. It's interesting. Very interesting. So about 1 minute shy of the news drop here. Workhorse is picking back up. So it's doing this other sort of crumb run. That's what I call these low, retail buy-ups. But, I mean, the market has actually been pretty good today. If you take a look at Market Watch, all right, maybe so. Let's not look at that right now. It was looking a whole lot better earlier. All right. Well, there's really no one watching this stream, so we could take a peek at it. I mean, not that I'm trying to deceive you, but this is kind of like, when you see shit like that, like it's kind of like, ooh, that's not looking good. That's the Russell, that's all those mid caps and stuff like that. Okay, so let's see. This might be the news here. Let's see if this is it. They're talking about gold right now, but I'll chime in.
The winds are favorable.
Yes, Tyler, I think we're going to look back at this high and see it as the beginning of a new trend for gold. One of the biggest elements that drives gold is the direction of yields. And what we have seen is that it departed from its trends when you saw the massive money printing and stimulus that occurred after 2001. I think that we have dropped a money bomb and a money printing effort, not only on the part of the U.S. government, but governments around the world, that is going to lead to a continued...
I think that, just to cut off this lady speaking right now, I think that a lot of people are liquidating and turning their cash into precious metals like gold and silver because, gold is something that has an intrinsic value everywhere. You could take gold to a third world country and sell it and be good because gold is used in so many things, especially technology. So it's like, it makes sense that gold is up. Although I just saw futures were down or some shit. I don't know. Anyway, it's not looking good in California. California's getting bad news on COVID. They're locking things back up. The market is real shaky. It doesn't know what to do. But Workhorse and LCA doing all kinds of crazy shit. LCA is making its way back to mid VWAP. It's in that like 1550 range. I feel like if it can break through that purple line again, we're good. It's gonna really doesn't have, well, let's see what happens. Or on the other hand, Workhorse was just at the top of the VWAP, so, and that's sort of dancing around. I'm still waiting for this news to drop on Tilman. Like, I'm sorry guys, it's 2:31 now. I heard that the CNBC news was dropping at 2:30. Trading Nation. Here we go. Maybe this is it.
This trading at 9-year highs doesn't project a lot of optimism about the economic comeback. You know who else isn't feeling very optimistic these days? Tilman Fertitta.
Here it is. Here it is, guys.
The country has him worried about potentially having... Tilman, where's the mask? About potentially having to shut down again.
Right here. I got it close.
I bet you do. I bet you do. But never a dollar short. Stay with us. It's on the other side of this break.
Oh, they're playing with our emotions. All right, I just put this in the middle of the screen so you guys could see. Actually, it's not. Is it even showing you guys the screen? Hold on, I'm trying to see if on the live stream it's showing the screen because I'm using OBS right now for broadcast and it goes by window. I might actually have to switch that. Hold on. I got you. Nothing's happened yet. There hasn't been any news, but here, let me just do something really quick. I got you. Trader TV. Okay. Oh, that looks like shit, but whatever. That looks like shit. I'm sorry. But whatever. Oh, wow. Look at this. What a mess. This is technology for you guys. Yo, this is a live stream. This isn't a professional production. If you want to see that, watch one of my crazy cash videos. Oh, my God. All right. Also, I had to cut off my air conditioner, so I am sweating my ass off right now. And there's no audio coming in from this. The audio doesn't kick in until the stream starts, so I'm not screwing anything up. We're good. We're just waiting for this to kick on. I will give you guys a tutorial on, actually here. Oh, I'm screwing up. Let's just turn that off for a second. I'll turn it back on as soon as the stream picks up. Anyway, so we're still looking at Workhorse and LCA. Tilman's just about to talk. We'll see if he talks about the LCA thing, the acquisition, currently trading at 15.16. We'll see if this news has any effect on this stock. We're hoping that it does. And they should be coming back from commercial now. Let's get this back up. Okay. Man, let me see if I can. I think I can. Transform. What the heck, man? Hold on. Like I said, nothing's happened yet. We're still good. Trying to fix this on the fly. All right, good enough. Crop bottom. All right, good enough. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Let's try and pull this in here. There we go. Okay. You guys are watching me edit on the fly here. I should probably maybe try not to show you guys my account number. Let's just leave it here. Where's LCA? Yeah, let's just put it right there.
Back everyone. I'm Sue Herrera. Here's
All right, Sue.
updated this hour. California reporting another record for new coronavirus cases. More than 9,700 have been confirmed in the state since yesterday. Governor Gavin Newsom is expected to retighten virus restrictions within the next hour. You can go to CNBC.com for updates on the pandemic. Russian election officials say voters have overwhelmingly approved constitutional amendments.
Let's see what happens, guys. It's at 15:20 right now.
An independent election monitoring group, though, says
My AC's still off.
700 complaints about voting violations. Coca-Cola discontinuing its Odwalla juice brand.
Oh no. Coca-Cola is discontinuing Odwalla?
The ongoing pandemic. And
No idea what that is.
are making a comeback. Comedy Central has committed to 2 seasons with creator Mike Judge. The irreverent show on adolescence debuted in 1993. The deal also calls for spin-offs and specials.
Okay, I remember that show.
The news update this hour. I will send it back to you, Kelly. What is old is new again.
Come on, Kelly.
Some butthead, plastic bags. There you go.
Tillman.
The canned soup and the plastic bags.
I know, me too.
I'll see you soon. Thanks
Look at that. Oh, stock's tanking. What the fuck?
Now, despite today's positive vaccine news on the coronavirus front, the chairman and CEO of Landry's, Mr. Tilman Fertitta, says right now the economy and the reopening is a, quote, total mess. For the last few weeks, Tilman has said the trend is your friend. His business has been showing a slow but steady recovery. Not anymore. Last week, sales at his open properties dropped 8% from the week before, and in COVID-ravaged states like Texas and Florida, the losses were north of 12% year on year now. He's down close to 50%. Tillman is here now to explain the significant change in sentiment, the impact it's having on business and his employees. Tillman, welcome back.
Come on, Tillman.
Hey, Kelly, how are you today?
Hi, Kelly. How you doing today?
I mean,
Oh, he's a
how
fucking
much
hillbilly.
do you dread what's coming in the next several months for your businesses?
Well, I mean, you think you're coming back, and then all of a sudden you realize you're not, and you know it's slowing down every day right now. And then you
Stock's
hire all
going
the
up.
Employees back for 19 stores that are opening in New Jersey, and 22 stores that are opening in Manhattan, and then you bring all these employees back, start training them, getting ready to open this week, and now all of a sudden you're not opening again. And you know what's so sad about this is our employees aren't yo-yos, okay? We can't just say, okay, get off unemployment, come back to work, and then we send them home again. And that's where we are right now, is that at some point we've got to take a position and tell restaurants you've got to socially distance. You can only be at 50%, and if you don't follow those rules, we're going to shut you down. We know how to social distance in our restaurants, and almost every restaurant I go into, I see the same thing. But at some point, and you have to wear your mask, except when you're eating. But we can't keep treating employees and the general public out there, and businesses and landlords and us, where we don't know where we're headed.
Sure.
It is a mess right now.
You know, and I want to ask you about. Well, I'll begin there. You know, the governor, Andrew Cuomo, our guest last hour, all made references to these air filters that you can use to really help purify the air, recycle it, you know, get more ventilation going. How realistic is it for you, and how costly would it be to install these state-of-the-art air filters in all of your restaurants so that you could at least say, look, this air is as clean as can possibly be?
She's throwing him
We
softballs.
will do whatever it takes, okay? When you still look at what a restaurant can do, your busy restaurants in a day, those are small dollars. But you've got to remember, in like Manhattan, we're in somebody else's building, and we're usually in skyscrapers, and we're not in control of the air filters there. So we'll do whatever we have to do in a freestanding building, but they need to do what they need to do in their buildings. And I'm sure it would be a huge cost when you start talking about commercial mechanical HVA systems.
Oh yeah. And so you mentioned some of these kind of back and forth about reopening, and I think what's going on in Atlantic City is,
Here it is.
I don't know if comical is the right word. I mean, so you had mentioned there was no guidance.
No, that's a good word, Kelly.
Okay, let me read to
comical.
people what is going on. Explain the story here. So you had said, look, we've got no guidance on reopening Atlantic City. Then Governor Murphy came out with a date, said you can go ahead. But the following guidance was issued on Tuesday for this reopening: that no smoking, no drinking, no restaurants. Water can
It's a lead-in.
You can only sip as needed and keep the mask on at all times. So
Golden
obviously,
Nuggets in Atlantic
goal
City.
here. But is this realistic, or should they just keep these places shut until there can be a more feasible getting back to business?
Well, we're opening up Friday, so I'll be able to let you know next week. But now remember, you can only have that sip of water if it's a health and safety issue. So you have to be going comatose and almost passing out before you can take a sip of that water. You can't just have a sip of water just to have it. It has to be a health and safety reason to have a sip of that water. So you're telling me this isn't a mess and it's not comical right now?
Yeah, no, it's again, I get the goal for sure. Wear the mask, avoid the things that interfere with the wearing of the mask. But at some point, you just wonder if this whole thing should be delayed. Let me ask you, Tilman, about a totally separate issue, because we're going to come back to all of this. But you had some big news this
Here it is. Here it is.
Internet gaming. You're going to spin that out from the Golden Nugget. It's going to be its new company, kind of a complicated structure. But here's my question. A lot of the Golden Nugget investors don't want to lose exposure. They think that's a really good, fast-growing asset. Why do the spin out?
Well, we did the spin out when I did that $300 million loan a few months ago. So it had already been spun out, and we were just operating, and that's what we borrowed the $300 million on. So what happened next is there was this opportunity with
they
the
are.
fact that we already had, and Jeffries is our banker and said, hey, why don't we take this public? There's this great wave right now because of the pandemic, and also because how successful your New Jersey iGaming market is, and because they represent us, they also know that we had just signed up Michigan and Pennsylvania, and the growth is unbelievable for iGaming, and it's a great company, and it already makes 25-30 million a year in EBITDA, and that's before we go into Michigan and Pennsylvania. So it's a company we're truly excited about. Obviously, all the shareholders are very happy because it's traded up 50%, and the runway is unbelievable for it. It's much better runway than the rest of our business right now, I can tell you that.
Yeah, so one more question on that front. I mean, how's your capital position overall? You have so many different assets. All of them, ironically, have to do with people being gathered closely together. So what options are you exploring at this point? Does it, what happens if this is dragging on into the turn of the year now?
Well, I keep all of my companies in different silos, but the restaurants and the casinos are in one silo together. And even the casinos that had picked up slowed down last week. And you got to remember, we're in the states where the people are. And my three biggest states are Texas, then California, then Florida. And no, the restaurant business is not good right now, and it is an issue. It's a serious issue because landlords are tired of not getting paid, which you see some sympathy toward them. And this is where, if this is going to continue, up to this point, the government has done a good job of putting money in people's hands. But at some point now, the United States government is going to have to step up and give all landlords forbearance to their loans, and they're going to have to give us forbearance not to make our rental payments. Because we can't operate so many restaurants at negative 60, 70, 80% and make rental payments for the ones that we do not own.
It's a good point.
At some point, the rubber's got to meet the road here, and somebody's got to do something if they're going to shut us down. Because just like Manhattan now telling us where we do so much business, you're not opening up, and we don't know when you're going to open up. Texas, they brought us back to 50% where we operate 180 restaurants. And forget the 50%, we don't need 25% right now because nobody's even going out in Texas. We were not scared in Texas 2 months ago when everything opened up. We didn't have any cases. Governor Abbott did the right thing in opening up on May 1st. We had no cases. Now we have cases, and he's doing the right thing again. You got to slow it down. But how this transmits is in the bars and the nightclubs. And I'm sympathetic to these people and these young people. But if we're going to keep them shut down 100%, we need to step in and help these people. They can't go out of business.
Tilman, I wonder, as you go around, and you said you've been in restaurants, and I assume that many of those are your restaurants, but you probably have observed others, maybe been in those operated by other people. What have you seen on the ground? Are people respecting the social distancing? Are they wearing masks in Texas, or are they still taking a rather more cavalier attitude? My sense is that they've gotten some religion here.
We have definitely gotten some religion in Texas, and there is 100% social distancing going on, and everybody is wearing their mask. And we won't serve anybody if you don't have a mask. And even if the government won't plead, I will continue to plead. We either have to social distance and wear our masks, or we have to just do a total shutdown again. We have to slow down the virus. I think people are respecting it in Texas. I haven't traveled anywhere else recently, so I don't know, but it appears everybody's respecting this. Social distance, wear your mask, so we can please open up this country.
Final question, Tilman, NBA-wise, before we go. More people are testing positive. You know, is they going to start July 30th for sure, you think? They're going to finish this thing out? Is there a plan for what happens if, you know, the teams end up not having enough people on the court for a game or two or more?
Well, I don't see that as a problem because they expanded our rosters and you might not recognize some of the players that are playing, but also a lot of players are getting it now, and hopefully by July the 30th, everybody that is going to get it is going to get it by the time, you know, we get into Orlando. And but teams are going to start moving there next week, so this is going to be extremely interesting to watch. I'll say it again. I think that we're going to definitely get started. I think everybody's excited. I have my doubts if this coronavirus continues to explode the way it is, we're all going to be affected. So I have all the hope in the world, but also I had all the hope in the world that came July 1st, that I have all my restaurants and aquariums and amusements open all over
Restaurants.
and casinos.
All right,
and I
hillbilly.
still don't.
Yep. No, and exactly. All the hope in the world, and here we are asking for sips of water at the casino. Tilman,
We're in despair. Right now, we're a little despair.
Little despair. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to talking to you again soon.
Wear your mask.
Yes.
We feel for
Yeah, not the best PR I've ever seen. Okay, yeah, so that's it. I mean, look, you can't expect this thing to take off right after the news drops. Let me actually move this down a little bit so we can see what's going on. But okay, yeah, it dipped. He sucks. Like, he doesn't know how to talk. Like, he needs someone with some charisma to come out and not listen to his podunk ass. He should be like hunting deer in a camouflage truck. I mean, I don't know. He's a billionaire, so he must be doing something right, or knew somebody who did. But hold on. Cut my air back on. It's hot as hell in here. No, it doesn't look too good. But listen, I had planned on holding this thing at least over the weekend. Listen, the Landcadia ticker, the chart, the name was on was on the news. I think he does this once a week. He does these talks. But listen, the news is out there. Stock Twits and all those places, people are going to blast that video out, and then all these newbies are going to come in and pump this thing up. These are weak hands shaking off right now. That's all this is. Could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Wouldn't be the first time I had to live on the street. My first time for my dog. That would suck for her, but it is what it is. It's friggin' Wednesday. The market closes tomorrow, and the market is open tomorrow, but it will be the last day of the week because of the holiday. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm still confident on this one. Same thing with Workhorse. I could have just sold it when it was in that 1850 range, and I would have been profitable, but I'm holding the thing. This dude, Joseph NG in the chat, asked me what was my target price for Workhorse. I said 21. If it hits 21 today, I'm out, because look at how sideways this stock is trading now. Okay, let me go back to the thing. Let's back it up here. Watch this. Let's break it out to like a 10-day. Oh, that's kind of hard to see. But look, also with the hold on. Let me remove all the studies. 1 second. Okay, here. Look at how volatile this thing has been. Look at the amount of volume that's bought up and sold off with this thing. Like, it can move, $1 or 50 cents at least in a matter of seconds. So, like, I'm not ready to get out of Workhorse. It could be like a Nikola type of deal. It could be it could be this grand scheme pump and dump. Some people saying that, whatever. I'm not worried. Same thing with LCA. I think that it's like them and Penn. What is it? Penn Gaming, right? And I heard Dave Portnoy was actually in on this one as well. So he pumps stuff up with his these stocks only go up line, and that shit works because all these new Robinhood investors. That's what they're buying the news. They're not buying the rumors and selling the news. They're buying the news. They're buying the hype. They're buying the bullshit. And that's fine. I'm fine with that. But I think even if it wasn't for that, even if it wasn't for new investors, new traders, people that are just trying to get in and scrape some crumbs and do a little quick scalp and get out, these two are pretty good. Workhorse, maybe not long term, maybe for like another week, because if you look at the weeks, like, it's been doing really good. Yesterday not so much, but today it's been a strong recovery from yesterday's losses, or the after hours losses. After hours and pre-market from yesterday till this morning, like, the thing pulled back a little bit, but it's recovered almost entirely. So it's a beast. It's a workhorse. LCA, I just think this Tilman character is not, like, he didn't sell it, and maybe he didn't sell it because, I don't know, maybe he's not as confident as we thought. Hopefully somebody doesn't edit to that thing and puts like some action music behind it and explosions, because the guy was so fucking low energy. What are you gonna do? All right, I'm gonna cut this here. I think it's 3:00. Like, you got Power Hour coming up. We'll see what happens, but I just wanted you guys, everyone, to see what happened with this CEO and see if he dropped some good news. It wasn't bad news. He said some good things. I'm sure if I played it back and watched it again, there was some golden nuggets in there. See what I did there? But I feel like he could have done a way better job with the PR. I mean, and then also for them to show the 1 day, like they didn't really show the 1 day. They showed the 1 day statistics. They showed that it was negative, but they did show the climb. So I think that investors will look at that and go, "Oh, this thing looks good." Traders will look at that and go, either that's a buy point, or this thing is just not for me. Whatever, not everything's going to go up 100% one day. As I say that, it's climbing right now, back at 1470. Here, let's watch it for a minute. Let's see what happens. Let's just see what happens. And there it goes in the red. All right. Let me get up out of here. You guys have a great weekend. I'm probably not going to be live streaming again until I don't know. Maybe I'll cut. Listen, if something crazy happens today, I'll turn this stream back on and I'll cut my air conditioner and sweat my ass off for your sake. And for our sake, I hope this stock picks up because, yeah. It's not looking good. It's looking very flat. The volume's picked up, but it's looking very lazy. It looks like a lazy stock. There should be a lot more activity on this than there is. And if this character had said things the right way with some charisma, not with that Tiger King accent, and maybe had someone who could talk their PR and make some sense out of it, that like has some bullet points and some exclamation, that would have been better. You know, I feel like me sitting here on this bullshit live stream, I could have done a better job pumping that stock up. Fucking Golden Nugget. What do you want? Gold's up. You know, LCA is up. Let's get it up. You know, let's get some Viagra into this bitch. All right, you guys have a great day. Have a great weekend. I'll see you.